Hello and welcome back to Spread Some Magic 1928. Today we're going to be making the viral Birria Grilled Cheese that you could find at the Jolly Holiday Bakery in Disneyland at the end of Main Street. Whew, that was a mouthful. Anyhow, to do this recipe we're going to need sourdough bread, birria of course, which we're going to use Trader Joe's, some cilantro, an onion, some green salsa, which my favorite is actually the Hatch Valley salsa from Trader Joe's also. This has got a good kick and it's very Hatch peppery versus just like a tomatillo salsa. And then pepper jack cheese. What we want to do is we want to heat this up and it's all as one, and then strain the meat from the consomme. That way our bread doesn't get too soggy, and then we have the consomme to dip it in. So while this is heating, we'll chop up our onion and cilantro and shred our cheese and then put it all together. If you're using pre-made birria, just open the package and put it into your sauce pot. You're going to put it over medium to medium-low heat, breaking up any chunks and letting it come to temperature. Then for the grilled cheese, we want to shred the pepper jack cheese while that birria warms up as much as you want. I like things cheesy, so I did like half the block. After you shred your cheese, you want to chop up your onion. I do a rough chop here. I like adding a little bit to the consomme, and then this is also going to go on top of the grilled cheese. Once the onion is chopped, we're going to move on to that cilantro. Now, some people can't eat cilantro. If that's you, just leave it out. They don't put it in the consomme, so you don't have to add it if it tastes like soap to you. It looks like our birria is done, so now it's time to strain. Place our strainer over another pot and strain. You are going to want to use a spoon to help some of that consomme get through. Now I'm adding cilantro and onion to the consomme so it can put flavor in it, and keeping it on low on the burner. And then I will finally shred my birria meat. Time to assemble. We want to butter both sides of the bread. Generously, of course. What's a grilled cheese without a good layer of butter? And then put it on our grill pan. We're going to add cheese to both sides because we like things extra cheesy around here. And you can't ever have too much pepper jack cheese. Next, we're going to heat up our green salsa so it doesn't make our sandwich cold. Then it's time to start the grilled cheese. Once the cheese is about 3/4 of the way melted and your bread is lightly golden, add the birria to 1/2 of the sandwich. Once the meat is covering all the bread, which we'll get there, we're going to add the salsa on top of that. This will just make it easier to put the two halves together if we layer it all on 1/2. After the salsa, we're going to top with some of those chopped onions, as much as you want. And then after that, we're going to garnish with a sprinkle of that cilantro. Again, if you don't like cilantro, just leave it out. Now, let's finish. Ooh, that bread looks perfect. We're going to cut it in half to make it easier to dip, and it does come cut in half at the Disneyland Resort. Oh man, that looks so good. And then we're going to dish up a little bit of that birria sauce to dip our sandwich into a small dish. And here it is, the viral birria toasted cheese sandwich from Jolly Holiday Cafe. Let's give it a try. Got to dip it in that consomme because that's the best part, really. Ooh, I wish you could hear that crunch of that sandwich, and oh my goodness, this was so good. So much better than I expected. I just love birria tacos. Anyhow, thank you for joining me tonight. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and spread some magic wherever you're at. And try this sandwich. Until next time.